Hey, my name is Kathy Roberts. I am the Tidy Tutor, and recently I had a little granddaughter come into my life. And when she did, I saw that there was a great need for help when it comes to bringing home a baby. So I wanted to do a website for it, but I realized that I didn't have the time to do that. But I still want to get this information out. So what I'm doing instead is I'm putting up a video every now and then that has to do with parenting and bringing home a baby. This way I get to do what I feel needs to be done, and this way I'll have the time to do it. Now, I have 5 children, right? Now, I've learned a lot of things. I haven't done everything right, that's for sure, but that's what makes this so valuable, because learning from others' mistakes stops us from making the same ones. It's like someone who stepped in a hole and knows where it is. Then they can warn someone coming by about it and say, stop, look, there's a hole in the ground right there. And with that warning, we get to step over it or go around it and not get hurt. Like a disaster that might have happened between you and your child, or maybe not so much a disaster, but just a mistake that would have ended up costing you, could now be avoided because someone else has already experienced it. Who doesn't want to avoid problems or issues before they even appear, right? And what more important problems to avoid than the ones that have to do with our children? Now, this fits right in with Tidy Tutor, because the bottom line is Tidy Tutor has to do with everything home. And since babies take over our home, I think I'm right on target with this topic. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what Tidy Tutor is all about, because they've been surfing the web and they're looking for parenting or some kind of child information and I popped up. The Tidy Tutor is a website that helps the organizationally challenged, just like me, get organized at home, which in turn helps in every other area of life. So you may have it all together and be what I call an organizationally gifted person. But you can still learn things from us, especially if you have a baby, because babies create a challenge even for the best Martha Stewart types that are out there. Okay, so my first discussion is going to be the stuff that comes along with the baby. Even before the little darling is born, you'll go to your local department store to register for your baby shower, and you're going to come home with a lot of stuff. They're going to give you bags of, all kinds of marketing material, coupons, free samples. Now, this is what I want you to do, okay, because you're going to have to deal with a lot of paperwork and a lot of crap. I want you to go get yourself a nice looking wicker basket or a decorative box, okay? The size like of a brown grocery paper bag, maybe half the height. Now, if you don't want to consume another item, you don't want to go and buy something, go to the produce department of the grocery store and get yourself a tomato box. They have a shallow lid and you can cover them with fabric and stick it on with fabric glue, or you could get some sturdy wrapping paper and wrap it in that. This way, it will look good in whatever room you keep it in. Now, you're going to be happy that you have this. Everything that comes in that has to do with the baby, you're going to put in there until you have time to sort through it. This way, everything will be in one spot. You'll know where it is, and it won't get overwhelming. Now, I recommend picking 2 days of the week that you make sure that you address the stuff that's in the box, like maybe every Tuesday and Friday. And then this way, the box isn't going to get like overstuffed. You won't let that happen. Now, there's going to be a lot of paperwork that you're going to need to get your hands on, and this is for the life of your child. But the beginning, like in the beginning, you're going to have a lot of appointments and papers that you have to bring along with you, and things that you have to do stuff with, like send for birth certificates and stuff like that. Now, I want you to get yourself a binder. A 1-inch binder will work just great. Now, get yourself 3 dividers that have pockets, but one of them should be a folder, okay? A folder that has 3 hole punches in it. I want you to put some loose leaf paper after each divider, okay? Because once in a while, you're going to want to write some things down. You're going to want to write them down in one place so that you're not looking for envelopes or book covers or anything that you might have written something down on. Now, you want to make sure that you have all the paperwork in the same place. Everything that you have to bring out with you for appointments, I want you to put in the pockets of the folder that is in your binder. You can pop it out when you have to go out, and you can pop it back in when you get home. Now, be sure that you're going to be committed to take care of papers and anything else that you bring in right away. All right? Sort through them and get rid of everything that is not necessary. If it's paperwork that you can read online, then dump it. Just make a note for yourself on the loose leaf paper in your binder that tells you that you want to check out something, like check out the best breast pumps, and then recycle that literature. Do it right from the start. You'll be so happy about this. Much of our topics are going to be how to manage home while you adjust to the new life you're living. And this will help even if it's not your first baby, because what I have found is that if you're doing just fine with your first baby, sometimes when the second baby comes, it's like an entirely different story, even for those who are really together in their homemaking and being organized. The topic that we spoke about today was papers, all the papers that come in with the baby, what to do with them, where to keep them, how to manage them. I want to leave you with this one piece of advice before I sign out. Think minimal with everything that comes in the house from now on. If it doesn't fit in the space you have deemed for it, no matter what it is or who gave it to you, make a decision to keep only what you love the most, only what you need, and what fits in the space that you have, okay? My name is Kathy Roberts. I am the Tidy Tutor. Thank you so much for joining me. If there's anybody that you know could use this information, please share it with them and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have found that you need some help organizing, then go to my website, thetidytutor.com, put in your name and email address, and you will get hooked up with me.